Hello, Gun Nation. Big Johnson coming at you. All right, I got an exciting episode here. Got something in from a company that I'm going to be doing a series of detailed tests on. So this deserves a box opening, so to say, and a discussion. As y'all all know, in the past, I've had a love-hate relationship with thin, small guns. So, I've tried the Hellcat, I've tried the original SIG 365, I've tried a lot of these. And, even owned like the Shield 9mm, the Shield 45, and shot those pretty well. But some of the small guns, I just have not had a good relationship with. And I've talked about it on my live chat. I do a live chat every Wednesday night. It's a Big Johnson live chat. It is every Wednesday night at 7 Central. So if you want to tune in, please do. Like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate it so much. But I am a born and raised Texan. Also love to support Texas companies, as you know, from my videos, if you follow me. And when I saw this gun, I was like, could this be the one to change my mind? Could I make this work? Would I be excited about it? So I waited for it. I reached out to the company and I told them the situation, that I'd really love to test one of their guns. So they were excited to send one in. So I am excited to be working with them. Again, you are going to get my full and honest 100% good and bad review. So just because they sent something in, if you know me, you're going to get it right up front. And the name of the company is Shadow Systems. So this is their new CR920XP. That's what we're going to be talking about. First, what I want to do is kind of go over a little presentation, kind of go over some, information and things like that. Now, when you buy a new gun from other companies, sometimes you get it in a cardboard box wrapped up in plastic. You open it up, and that's what you're getting. I understand when you're going for certain price points, or if they're trying to keep things at a budget minimum. I get that. However, the presentation on the Shadow Systems is actually very nice. I am not a cardboard box guy. I usually take those and throw them away. And then the plastic cases, I have tons of them stacked everywhere. Put them, they get in the way. So I can really appreciate when a company spends a little bit of extra money, and of course, it's built into the price. I get it. But for the presentation, and I'm a big bag guy when you get these. Some people call them, gun bags, gun rugs. They're called different things, but I can appreciate the presentation on this. So that's why I wanted to show it. Normally I don't do box openings, but it is a new company that I'm working with. And in case you're interested, I'm just going to show you really quickly what the gun comes with. So it comes in this rug here, or pistol bag, whatever you want to call it. 2 handles, really nice. Embroidered, all that good stuff. And here's what it comes with. This is an optic ready. It does have your screws, your spacers, your Loctite, all of that. It comes with really nice instructions. I've actually looked through these, and they're very nice. Well detailed, great pictures. Pretty surprised compared to other manuals I've received. You do get your Shadow Systems lock, or paperweight, some people call it. You get a little punch tool. Of course, it's a Glock type pistol, so you're familiar with those. And it does have a mag, 2 mags actually, 15 round. We'll get into that. And it does have, your little chamber indicator. So that's what it comes with there. I'll get it out of here and we'll just get into it really quickly, get the rug out of the way. I'll go over some quick stats. Again, this is the Shadow Systems CR920XP. So I'll just set that bad boy right there. We'll just throw a mag. It is clear, obviously. The neat thing about this particular setup, it is a 15+1 capacity. We'll talk about all that in a minute. It does have a, heavy springs in the mag to take all grains of weight, 115 up to 150, whatever, hollow point and full metal jacket. It does have an advanced comp. It's a toolless comp, and it is a steel comp. This is available in a bronze barrel or a black barrel. I chose the bronze barrel. It does have a multi-optic capability, so it's kind of like the RMSC/K footprint. We'll go over that in just a second. The weight on it is 21.2 ounces, unloaded as you see it, of course. The height is 5.18 inches tall. The width is 1.05 inches. It's a thin boy. The length is 7.18 inches. The finish is all nitride, and the comp again is steel and toolless. The sights are really nice. They are steel sights. They're night fusion. You actually have kind of a serrated blacked out rear, which I really like. And y'all know I'm a fiber optic fan if I'm using irons. However, you've got kind of a luminescent, kind of a light green, and this is a night sight. So it's really nice. The serrations on it are really nice. You know, I like this. It does have a little window cut here and a little window cut here so you can see the barrel. And of course it does have their logo here on the barrel. I really like that. And I like the bronze. Let me know if you like the bronze or the black. You know, I just kind of like that little touch. Kind of like if you got a gold tooth, why not show it? But I like that. I like the aggressive stippling. If y'all know, I love aggressive grips. And I do like this. I wouldn't say it's painful, but it does come high, so they did the correct thing and put it up high and not the little short ones like you see on some. It does have the memory pad, aggressive on the rear, aggressive on the front, and on the front of the trigger guard in case that's where you put your finger. So I like that. It does have the mag release. The mag release is interchangeable, so you can put it, if you're a wrong-handed person, you can put it on the opposite side. However, your slide catch, you know, there's different names for it, slide release. It is not ambidextrous, it's only on this side. Your toolless your toolless comp, you take the slide off, just similar, you know, y'all know the takedown. So you take your whole complete slide off, and this is a toolless, you flip the latch, and it pops off. It's a tri-lug design. I really like that. You know, and you've got the serrations on the top, so if you want to press check like this, you know, you can use the top, which I would. You know, back here slingshotting with the optic on, or you could use the optic, but you know, this might get in the way, so I would do the front press check like I do on other guns. And I like the front, you know, I'm really a dot guy, but the front iron sight is actually kind of thin. It's not one of those big, fatter, chunkier ones like I've seen on some guns, so I do appreciate the thinner blade on the front. And it does have the beaver tail on the back. Now, I will let you know, I've got big old hands, XXL hands, so I don't know if I'm going to have slide bite. You know, sometimes even with the beaver tails I do, you can see the meat's kind of coming up over the beaver tail, so we'll just see. I have not shot this yet at all. Your optic, again, 2 screws off. You have a nice optic plate with their emblem on here, logo. I do like that. That pops off. Then you have the RMSC/K footprint, so you can fit the, you know, the thinner dots on here. I do have a dot that will be here next week for it. I want a particular one, and they were kind of, I was waiting for it to go on sale, to be quite honest with you, and it finally did. So anyway, that's on its way. As far as the trigger, it's not a bad trigger. It's, you know, better than a standard Glock trigger. I'll go ahead and show you here. You know, it's got the trigger blade safety in the middle. So you've got that, you know, get a little bit of creep. You can feel the creep, boom. So is it like a 2-pound trigger? No. Is it like an 8-pound trigger? No. Does it really, on the reset, does it really throw your finger out there? Kind of, you know. Feels like it's got a decent spring to pop your finger forward, which I like. You know, it does help you shoot faster. I just don't know, you know, if this trigger is going to be a super fast trigger. I don't know. I have not shot it yet. The mag release I actually like. It's got the big button for my big thumb. I do appreciate that. And again, I have XXL hands, so I have a love-hate relationship, like I was saying earlier, with a lot of these thin guns and small guns. Some guns claim to have a comp. I feel this is an actual comp, and it's longer, so you're not getting the little vents and things like that with a shorter barrel to potentially lose velocity, where this one's giving you a longer barrel and then the comp at the end, which I can actually appreciate. I like that the dust cover comes all the way out to the end of it, so it really looks, you know, completed. So it's not chopped off the dust cover and then just has this comp hanging out. So I do like the way this is. It's very, very nice and appealing. As far as I know, the only light that will go on this is the Streamlight TLR7 sub and the Glock model. I wish they would have went with the 1913, but I believe this is the Glock model. Don't quote me on that. Maybe the 1913 will fit. We're going to be trying that as well. And one thing I can really appreciate is the dual undercut. So you've got a really nice high undercut here, and then you have an undercut here as well. So when I put my hands on here, honestly, my hands would not fit like they don't on a Glock 19 normally. because it doesn't have the undercut. So if it didn't have an undercut, I would be screwed. That's another thing that appealed to me. As far as putting my hands on it, again, it's a thin boy. And when I put my hands on it, with all the way in the left, my hand is almost to the end right here. It comes to about right here is where my thumb comes. So if this was the regular X model without the comp, my thumb would be literally almost the end of the barrel. So that's another reason I was like, that comp could be the one. And also with my work, y'all don't know what I do, but sometimes I wear suits, have to dress really, really nice. And some of my bulkier guns, my larger guns, they're a little more difficult in a situation like that. That's why I was interested in a thin gun. However, in the past, y'all have known, I have not been a thin gun fanboy. I've had the Shield 9mm. I've had the Shield 45. I've had thin guns in the past, and I could shoot them pretty well, but I had to add extensions on them. With the way that they've made this grip, it kind of comes down, and then it has a little hook on the end of it. You can see it right here at the end. It's not a mag well. However, with this hook, it kind of allows my pinky to kind of purchase on that little hook. And again, I haven't shot it yet, so will that not work for me in recoil and stuff? I don't know. But just by putting my hand on it, I can tell this is better than most. So that was another thing that intrigued me about this gun. With the mag in here, and here's one more thing. When I put the mag in most of these, it pinches all my hand meat right here. Even like on a Beretta 92, I get pinched like crazy, and I don't on this little gun. Just by simply dry fitting the mag in a lot of those guns, it pinches the meat here. It doesn't on this one because it kind of has a standoff there, which is actually kind of impressive for me. So could this be the one that is going to do it for me? I reached out to him and I was like, you know what? I'm a comp guy, as y'all all know, or if you follow me, I'm a comp guy. And I was really excited about this because one of the guns that I really, really enjoy, and I'm not even a Glock fanboy, as y'all know, but one of the guns that I really enjoy, believe it or not, is my 19. It's customized, but it's a custom 19X with the Radian Ramjet. So this is kind of a thinner, little bit shorter version of that. And I'm intrigued. Also, I love 2011s. Y'all know that. I've got 2011s with comps on them. So I really, really enjoy comps. Well, could this be like a mini C2? Of course, it's all polymer. I get that. But could this be like a mini XC, with this comp setup? And that is a steel comp, so you're going to get a little added weight here, to help with recoil. Excuse me. But I'm really excited about it. I am going to be doing a series, so if you're interested, follow me. Do you have a Shadow Systems? If you do, sound down below. Put the comments down there. Do you love them? Do you dislike them? I'm really, really curious. This is my first Shadow Systems, and I am going to be putting it to the test. I'm going to be comparing it against other guns, putting tons of different kinds of ammo through it, all the way from 115 to 150, to see how it handles it. Full metal jacket, hollow points, all that good stuff. I will also be purchasing more mags. These are the 15 round mags, so it's 15 plus 1, which is similar to some of my other guns, my much larger guns. That's another thing that I really like about it. And this mag is proprietary. It's kind of like a nickel. It's really slick. And I love a metal mag over a polymer mag, or polymer coated mag. So this one should drop free. Versus when you have polymer on polymer, you got to do the little Glock shake sometimes to pop those mags out. On this, you should not have to do that. That's another thing I like about it. They are coming out with a mag for this, which will be an 18 round full mag. So instead of 15, it'll be 18. That could be an option for a backup mag or training or whatever. They do also offer a +3 extension already with a power spring, I believe, and it's on their website. But I will be investing in these mags, and the great thing about these mags, they're only like 29 bucks, and they make them, they're Shadow System mags. Also, their spring's a little bit tighter, and they said they made the spring tighter in the mags to run all types of ammo. So 115, 150, whatever you want to run. This should run all of it, so I'm interested in testing that. It only comes with 2 mags, which, be great if they threw another one in there, but I get it. It takes down just like a Glock. I didn't really go over that. And also on your barrel options, You can get the bronze barrel, which I chose, or you can get black. I just think the bronze kind of gave it a little pop, you know, kind of like if you got you a gold tooth, show it. So that was kind of the thing there. As far as racking it, again, you know, you can press check from the front, which I really appreciate. And of course, you know, got your serrations. You could probably pull it back from the optic as well, but you're gonna get some fingerprints, some grease all over it, but whatever, it is what it is. But I'm super excited to be working with them. You know, really excited about trying this gun out, kind of putting it through the test. I want to compare it against other guns. I want to carry it. I do have a holster that will be coming. It's going to be a little bit, but I'll have a holster for it. But I want to test it out. Shadow Systems also says this has a 200 round break-in. So here's what I would suggest anybody who buys this gun or another gun. Do not buy one of these comped guns and go out and just put some cheap ass 115 through it. Don't do it. It's probably going to fail. You know, this is a tight gun, and I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. But if you run 115 through it, it just doesn't have enough ass behind it, so it's probably going to fail. You're going to have stovepipes, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I would recommend starting out with at least 124. That's what I will be doing. I'll be shooting some 124, and what I'll probably do, I might even do it just to show you right off the bat. I might put like 5 rounds of 115 in there to show you it's going to fail, because I almost guarantee you it's going to fail. And then we'll put the 124 and we'll start going at it. You know, you can even run NATO through it. I'm going to be putting plus P through it. I'm going to be, you know, just doing all kinds of different things once we get it broken in, just to see what all it can handle, what it can take, how accurate it is in my hands. You know, accuracy, of course, everybody's like, how accurate is it? You know, don't know if I'll be doing any bench resting, because I'm sure it's way more accurate than me, but I want to see how it is in my hands. If you have any comments, questions, please leave them below, but let me know what you think about this, you know, bronze barrel. Would you do the black or the bronze? But here's the lockup on it. It's super tight. You know, as far as the wiggle, I mean, it has a little bit, you know, I mean, a little bit there, but here's where the lockup is super tight. Look at this. I mean, this spring is tight. The lockup here is tight. I mean, it's super tight. It's almost like a match. So I see it's going to need to be broken in. I'm not going to hate on it. You know, and hell, it could even fail with 124 at first. But I think I've got a better shot running 124 than just some plain old 115 through it. So that's my intention. But let me know what you think about this. You know, is this going to change my mind about some thin guns? Would this be the ultimate thin gun for me? You know, I'm going to be 1000% honest with you. Good, bad, whatever happens, I'm going to show it. I'm going to talk about it. You know, just because they sent something in does not mean it's, hey, you know, it's a free-for-all with great things. I mean, I'm going to be 100% upfront. If you know that if you follow me. So, but I'm excited about trying it. And I'm going to see if this could be the gun that might change my mind about thin guns. So, super excited. But y'all stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we will start testing this bad boy and see what we can do to it. Thank y'all so much for watching. Remember, an unarmed nation's a very weak nation, so we all got to carry on.